So we're in a seller's market, buyer's market, quitter's market, however we want to frame that. We're in a market for candidates. If you're a candidate, you can get lots of great opportunities. It's not always going to be that way. This is cyclical, like everything in life. I remember having a friend of mine. He was an executive coach for many, many years. And he said, his least favorite executive coaching clients were the ones that, he'd place them somewhere and then they would just disappear. He'd never hear anything from them again until they got laid off or something happened. And then they would reach out to him again like they were best friends. But they didn't nurture that relationship. So what are some strategies to keep these relationships warm and nurtured when you are happy with where you're at or when the market isn't so great?
You should always be crafting your job to be aligned with what you want to achieve in your career. And I don't know anyone that's in a job right now that couldn't do something to improve it or couldn't be a little bit more aware of how they're working and why they work to ensure that they're actually leading towards a future career that they want. And so the fact that people just kind of disappear, that's where I'd say they're missing out the most, because the greatest opportunity you have in your career is actually when you're happy in it, because that means that you have great relationships, you're doing work that you enjoy. So now it's okay. So what's next? What should I be working towards instead of just what am I working on? And that can be with a coach. It can be with the relationship that you have with your boss. It could be a skip level relationship. So your boss's boss, you should, if you're in a job right now that you really enjoy, you should be meeting cross-functionally just to get to know people and build relationships. You should be constantly auditing your priorities and see if you need to delegate, stop, continue, or, the work that you're doing. You should know what projects you want to work on in 2 years, not just in 6 months. So this mentality around our career I think it needs to be a little bit more consistent than just, oh no, I'm unhappy, what now? And, one of the greatest mistakes people can make is that I start working with individuals that want to get a promotion. The reason why they're unhappy now is because they waited until they wanted the promotion to ask for the promotion. Promotions take anywhere from 3 to 12 months to put into place. I'd say 3 months is giving yourself, that's a dream world. And so if you wait until you're unhappy, you are going to be unhappy for a while.
Right.
And so you kind of almost have to get ahead of that.
Yeah. And the other point that I think is also important to reinforce is if you're unhappy, now you're looking for a new role while you're unhappy. So you're going to carry some of that energy into that process versus being really happy. And then now you're looking for something and it's like, oh, wow, yeah, look, this person, they're great. They bring great energy versus someone who's a little bit resentful perhaps, or, that, and you run the risk that carries into the process.